Newcastle United thrash Manchester United 4-1 in St James Park. Shockwave. In one of the most electrifying and unexpected performances of the Premier League season, Newcastle United delivered a statement victory, dismantling Manchester United 4-1 at a raucous St James Park. The Magpies put on a masterclass in intensity, pressing, and clinical finishing, leaving Erik ten Hag's side stunned and searching for answers. The match kicked off with Newcastle immediately asserting control, and it didn't take long for the pressure to pay off. Sandro Tonali, who has been under scrutiny in recent weeks, silenced critics with a superb opener. Picking up the ball just outside the box, the Italian midfielder unleashed a curling strike that nestled into the top corner, sending the home crowd into a frenzy. His celebration was one of passion and relief, highlighting just how much the moment meant to him. Manchester United managed a glimmer of hope through young star Alejandro Garnacho. The Argentine winger, always one to bring energy and flair, latched onto a clever through ball from Bruno Fernandes and coolly slotted it past the onrushing Nick Pope to level the score. For a brief moment, it seemed as though the Red Devils might claw their way back into the game. Newcastle responded with ruthless efficiency. Their midfield trio outmuscled and outmaneuvered United's core, while the fullbacks relentlessly pressed high and wide. The second goal came via a slick team move finished off by Miguel Almiron, whose close-range finish capped off a period of sustained pressure. Moments later, Callum Wilson added a third, capitalizing on a defensive error and calmly placing the ball beyond Andre Onana. The goal sent shockwaves through the away end and left United's backline looking rattled and disorganized. As if the night couldn't get worse for Manchester United, substitute Allan Saint-Maximin made it 4 in the dying minutes. Twisting and turning past two defenders, the Frenchman buried a low drive into the bottom corner, igniting jubilant celebrations from the Newcastle faithful. Statistically and stylistically, Newcastle were dominant across the board. They had more possession, more shots, and more heart. Eddie Howe's side looked sharper, more motivated, and better organized, while Manchester United looked sluggish and disconnected. Erik ten Hag's team now faces serious questions. The midfield lacked bite, the defense was porous, and the attacking players were isolated and ineffective after Garnacho's goal. Questions will certainly be asked about the tactics, mentality, and even leadership within the squad. This victory propels Newcastle further up the Premier League table, putting them firmly in the mix for European qualification. More importantly, it signals that they are not just contenders, they are a real threat to the traditional top six. For Manchester United, it's back to the drawing board. The 4-1 defeat is one of their worst under Ten Hag and underscores the inconsistency that has plagued their season. With tough fixtures ahead, the pressure is mounting at Old Trafford. In a season full of surprises, Newcastle United's 4-1 demolition of Manchester United might just be the most stunning result yet. With Tonali leading the charge and St James Park rocking, the Magpies sent a loud and clear message: they're here to challenge, and they're doing it their way.